Good morning. If you love ramen noodles, how about making some from home? It's possible. Chef Brian West is going to teach us how to do it. He says it's quick, it's simple, and it's actually hassle-free.
Hi, this is Chef Brian West. I have a couple of new dishes for you today. I was at H-E-B earlier this afternoon and I noticed the shelves are getting kind of bare. So I thought it'd be fun to put something in your pantry and be able to pull something out and be able to make a quick meal out of it. So we're gonna be doing some ramen noodle dishes. I think they're gonna come out awesome. So what we're gonna start off with is our little ramen packets. I went ahead and picked out the Nongshim brand. I really like them. They have no MSG added to them. They've got a little bit of creamier texture. They've got some nice spice to them. They're also very clean to eat. And they also have a little bit of calcium enriched into the pasta. So they're a little bit healthier when it comes to the good old-fashioned ramen noodle. So I picked out two today. I've got the black, which is going to be like a creamy, beefy, richer flavor. And I'll be mixing this with some fun ingredients. And then I also picked the Shin Light. So this one's a little bit lower in sodium. And it also has a nice spicy flavor. I'm going to be doing kind of a lighter Thai style embellishment to this one here. So here we go. I'm going to use all the packets that come in. So this is going to be your soup base. It's going to have a lot of your enrichment in here, into the flavoring profiles. These are going to be your dried vegetables that are going to go in here. And then finally, we're going to put our spicy oil. I'm going to just go for it. The oil, if you want to cut it back a little bit and make it a little less spicy, you can cut back on this oil. But I really like the heat on this. And then, of course, the beautiful thing about ramen is extremely quick. So I've got some boiling water in this little kettle, and I'm just going to start blooming the pasta. You're going to put probably around 2 cups, maybe a little under, just to get the thing going. And this is going to take about 5 minutes. I leave it uncovered, and I just let this sit, and I'll come back in here every once in a while, and I will stir this up just to soften this up. Some of the embellishments that I'm going to be adding to this to kind of give this Thai flavor is, of course, a little bit of lime juice. I've got some key limes here. I'm going to put some fresh cucumber in here for some refreshment. I've got some beautiful watermelon, which is going to give it a little sweetness and also a nice little texture to it. Some Thai basil, a little bit of cabbage, and then I've got this great pulled chicken that I actually had in the fridge just waiting to be thrown into something. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and throw the chicken in right now and just kind of let this heat up with the pasta. Okay, so I'm going to get my second one started. Again, we're using the Shin Black for this one. This is a really cool one. Again, I've got all this leftover brisket I'm still trying to burn out, so I chopped up a little bit of brisket. I've got some really nice peppery arugula, some fresh mushroom here, and I'm going to be adding some pickled onion to this, 2 cups of the boiling hot water from the kettle in here, and I'm just let this thing cook off. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the chicken before, is I'm going to put this brisket in here. What's cool about this one is this brisket's nice and smoky, and it'll actually leach off some of this smoke and beefy flavor in here. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and just like predicted, the noodles are getting nice and soft. You could let this continue to sit and allow it to get even a little softer, but I like the noodles to kind of start changing texture as I eat it. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of sriracha to this, just because that's what chefs do. And I'm going to just serve it just like this. Awesome, awesome way to eat this. The Shin Black, I just got finished up with it, so it's been about 5 minutes. The brisket's leached off all that beautiful smoky flavor. I'm going to add just a couple of little drops of the sesame oil. And I'm going to go fairly light with it, because this stuff is pretty strong. And then I'm going to add a little hoisin sauce. Now, why hoisin sauce? Again, hoisin sauce is going to bring some of those nuances of barbecue sauce in there, which I think is really fitting for this, as you get this nice creamy, rich broth with this smoky brisket on there. And I think the hoisin will actually bring out some of the nuances of the brisket into it. And it doesn't have to be very much, just enough to kind of get things cooking a little bit, if you will. I'm going to plop in a beautifully poached egg. So there you have it. We've got them here side by side. We've got our beautiful brisket bowl over here, and then we have our really light chickeny one. The Nongshim ramen noodles are really, really clean to eat. They're really fresh. Made here in America, that's a plus. And they're an awesome way to kind of embellish these things out. Again, I like these family packs a whole bunch because there's a bunch of them in here, and you can kind of make your own. We might even play around with making our own little ramen noodle buffet and let everybody in the family kind of play around with each one. So that does it for this. This is Chef Brian West again with West Wednesday with Kimberly and Esteban. Hope you guys tune in next Wednesday, and thanks for joining us.
For more on Chef Brian West, you can call him or go online to chefbrianwest.com, or you can always follow him on Instagram at Chef Brian West SA.